Okay. Hello, Kabzeelites. Okay. Very quickly, next few minutes, just something that we need to know so that we'll be productive. We'll be in Kabzeel. Are you with me? It's very, very important. So I'll be talking to us. This is a talk about the wedding place, understanding principle of wealth creation. So what I will share with us is the basic. So if you say we have foundation, we have advanced. These are the advanced. And the reason is this: if you cannot practice the basic, you can never work in the advanced. Are you with me? So I have seven, 8 principles here. I will talk about 6 or 7. The other one I'll mention it, and somewhere else you will hear it. Glory to Jesus. I forgot that I'm not in church. All right. So are we together? So let's look at it this way. Now listen. There's something like accidental riches. Something like what? How many have heard about people that they won lottery? How many have heard about them? How many of them are listed as millionaires or billionaires? As the lottery money comes, it goes. Because wealth is not just having money in your account or your hands. It has to do with our mindset. With what? So it is the soul of a man that's not affected and educated for wealth. Are we together? Now, I found out that if you meet people that are really wealthy, the way they live their life is not the same way we live our life. The way they go about money, their attitude to money, is not the same attitude as many of us. And some of them do not start with a job of 100,000. Some of them start as, there are people that start as maybe like a messenger in an office. Are you following me? And over time, they grow out of that place, they grow and grow and grow and grow, and today they are owning their own business. But some of them are uneducated. Are you following me? So meaning that being educated is not a security for wealth. You can be educated and you're educated poor. You can be professor poor. You can be what? In fact, being an accountant, Sergeant, you know, some of those people that are accountants who are really broke and they are poor. I've met poor doctors, medical doctors. I've met poor lawyers. I've met people that they were telling me that this man worked in Chevron for many years, and he retired after all the time they gave him. He's really broke, and man is staying in a village beyond Shaki in Oyo State. Do you get that? So there are principles on wealth. So very quickly, number one principle. This is where I put it. Now I put it in my own words. Now anything I'm telling you here, I've practiced. Hello? I'm not telling you something that I've not practiced. Don't look at this. I practiced. And so I'm not talking from maybe just reading a book. I'm talking from a lifestyle. I'm talking from what I've touched. Amen. I won't say more than that. One day you will hear some testimonies, but not now. Things are not the way they always look. Number one, lifestyle of delayed gratification. Lifestyle of what? Lifestyle of what? Now, what's delayed gratification? Listen, let's say a new phone comes out, and that phone is 65,000 naira. You're following me? And you want that phone. It's better for you to wait 9 months or a year to buy it. If you buy the phone instantly, you buy at 5,000 naira. People buying in 9 months' time or a year time will likely buy it for like 55. Price drops over time. When anything comes out new, it's highly expensive. Is that what? So look at that you are deciding to save 10,000. You will still buy it, and then you buy it later. Now, another one is this. You don't buy things that you don't need. Do you get my point? In another 6 months, another version of that phone may come out. Are you following me? With 2 features different from the last one. So if you're somebody that you're spending thrift, you want to buy again. So you have to be very careful. But the principle is this, that you learn to practice delaying gratification generally. That you don't just buy by spontaneous attitude. Are you following me? By what? So this principle is very important, and it's not only in terms of buying things, it's in diverse ways. It's very, very important principle that you delay gratification. Just know that. Now, why is this necessary? Because it's going to help you in the next thing I want to say. Now, after this is the lifestyle, the right mindset. Why you delay gratification? Some people delay gratification to acquire things. To do what? So they delay. So they are not buying this, they are not buying that. They are putting their money aside, but they want to buy TV that is the latest. They want to buy the latest shoe. If I don't want to wear what is raining, lace that is raining, and then it's very funny that people are in cooperative. They are saving the gratification, but then they borrow the money from the cooperative. They throw a party. They do what? So that mindset is a consumer mindset. The consumer mindset is a poverty mindset. It is what? That's the problem between the rich, one of between the rich and the poor. The rich do not have a consumer mindset. So poor have the gratification only for a consumer mindset to come in. That's the wrong mindset. So now, as a lifestyle, you have to really key to this. Now, that means that delay gratification is not enough. You can work in delay gratification and still be poor if your mindset is wrong. Because you are now going to be using your money to just acquire things. Are you following me? Are you following carefully? So we must avoid one major word is the consumer mindset. What's the consumer mindset? You're just buying things, and producing nothing. So the right mindset to be a producer. So if you are having delay gratification, the next thing should be, how do you get to a place that you are living on profit? Hello? Or from what? Profit. So the third one there is a savings culture, a lifestyle of savings. What do I call it? These are all together. Now, what is a savings? A savings is not the money that you put aside in the bank account and then your daddy calls you that yesterday there was rain and then the roof of our bedroom was taken away. Now I want to roof it again. And then you now go to your savings and give money from there to build. That's all the saving culture. You do have a savings culture. A savings culture is like, number one, the first time you're going to start to practice it, you won't touch the money in that place for at least 24 months. Hello? How many months? That means if you say this account is a savings culture, a savings account that you have, any account now, normal account, savings culture that you have there, and you are putting 5,000 in that account, you are not going to look at that account until after 24 months. Now, 5,000 in 12 months is how much? It's 60. So, you are not going to look there until it is 120. And don't forget, because it's a savings account, if it is just 2% that is there, by compound interest, at the end of 24 months, it will not be 120, it will be more than 120. Are you with me? So, now, to now be in that place, but choose a savings account that can give you good percentage. And they are available. They are what? There are savings account that will give you 5%, 6%. Are you following me? So somebody else can even be wise. Let's say you are putting a lot of money down and your savings is like 240,000. There are some fixed deposits that gives you some percentage that is still okay. You can practice that one, put it there, remove it back. Can even do 1 year. Or say 2 years there. After 2 years, you collect it back. So we're talking about a savings account that is not meant for consumer mindset. Not meant for what? The purpose is not to buy clothes. Are you following me? It's not to buy TV. It's not to buy a car. It's not to even build a house. Are you following me? Are you following me? The purpose is for your money to multiply to a place that you are not going to be affected by inflation of your nation. Primarily. Are you following me? And that's a long time lifestyle. To really do it well, you need like 8 years. I'm serious. Like what? So it's not something that you're not entering a journey And then, that's how you are really. If not, some of us will do the cooperative, and in 7 years' time, there's no change. The best that will show is that you bought one cloth. What do you call it now? Some of you are very designer. What are designers' name that you know? So you have Gucci in your house as a proof of a consumer mindset. It shows that you will delay gratification is still. So if a poor man is passing delay gratification, it's not still as a rich man. Are you following my point? So you are looking at a social by if you are no more working in terms of when I say working now, you are no more in a paid employment, you are not poor. You are not what? And then you are in a place where your decisions are not based on money. Are you following my point? You are not thinking of money will not affect you doing God's will. Are you following me? If somebody was preaching, I was saying that when you are 65 years old, they push you out. If you are 65 years old, you will not be thinking, color, or let me say the light. The light, I already allowed. That's not a good way to live. That means I respect Allah from the light. It should not be so. If the light sends money to you, good, which you should do, but not under pressure. That and mommy are suffering. They are no more working. They pay my school fees. And all that kind of, witchcraft and blackmail to collect them. People are using it to collect money from their children. It's wrong. Good parents don't bother you. They really bother you. Are you following me carefully? So the savings culture is a lifestyle that rich person they practice. And somewhere I told us a principle, and some people hear a principle about that. If you are really going to practice a savings culture, the recommendation for you as a child of God now is 20% minimum. What I call it? For the economy of Egypt, Joseph introduced that. And don't forget, Joseph is a spiritual man. Now, he didn't go to normal school. So God must have given him that insight. So we should see 1/5 as that insight of God. So I said to them that some people they pay everybody, they don't pay themselves. Meaning that you are moving from salary to salary. It's a consumer mindset. Because as I'm collecting the salary this month, let's say it is 70,000, then you come, you pay the tomato seller, hallelujah. You pay everybody that you need to pay. You pay the fashion designer. You pay the wristwatch seller. Are you following me? You pay the shoemaker. Are you with me? Who do you pay? For the ladies, you pay the hairdresser. And then you pay the church or God 10%. But eventually you have not paid yourself. And most times when it is at 17, 18, let's see, how many of us here collect salary and then around 23rd, you are broke of the month. You are broke. Be sincere. Let me say wave offering. Thank you. I can see wave offering there. Wave offering. Okay. You know why it's like that? Because we are not taught. Now, if you start this practice of lots of saving culture, it will stress you in the first few months. But later, it won't stress you. Meaning that you give your tithe 10% and the 20%. Now, to do it very well, any money that comes to your hand, practice 70-30. Say 70-30. Say it implies I will spend 70%, or I will know how to work on 70% and invest 20% and invest another 10%, because your tithe is an investment. So for the believer, that's the way to live. You see, what I'm saying is this. It means that, let's say an uncle just shows up. It's like, Funke, I want to help you. I just say, okay, come to my place. And he gives you 500,000. What's your tithe? 50,000. What's your savings? 100,000. What's remaining? Your plan on anything should be on 350. By default, make it a lifestyle. Start from, even at times you're collecting 1,000 naira. Do it. Spend 700. What you want to make it a lifestyle? It's going to be easy. Most people, they say they save, but they don't save. All they have is a place they put money, and when there's crisis, they go there and do what? It's like you planted maize, and then every 3 days or 3 months, you are putting the seed. We have any fruit. So, do we get a point? So, this saving culture is a very important one. It is what? Now, the next reason why it is important is this. Okay, let me go to the next one. Let me just say this. They are all together. They are all connected. Now, don't forget, you are doing your savings for productivity. For what? In order to make more money. This time around, to do what? And making money is not a sin. It's not what? It is not what? It's not a sin. So destiny is a lifestyle of storehouse. What do I call it? Or storehouses. What do I call it? Your savings is not your storehouse. But about your storehouse. Now your storehouse is on two levels. There's a storehouse, it's like staying reserve. So the principle of having 6 months or 1 year, let's say for example now you're collecting 50,000 naira. There's a principle that you must have at least 6 months as money kept somewhere, or 1 year. If it's 6 months, that will be how much? 300,000. If it's 1 year, it will be how much? Talk to me now. So that means that you have over a storehouse that holds what can sustain you for 1 year if you are not doing anything. Now you can just like you can live at the same level of your previous what? Previous income. Now don't forget, let's say that happens to somebody here, you have had that kind of 600,000 and then you are sacked in your place of work. God forbid, place of work. It means that you can live under 600,000 for 1 year while you are trying to sort out the issue that is happening. Now, even in that 1 year of life of living, when you take 50 out of your account, your lifestyle of savings continue. You are spending 35,000. So the way they are linked together. So you cannot separate one. It's a lifestyle that is developed. Do you get my point? It's a default lifestyle, rigid lifestyle, rigid. Except God says otherwise. Only God can ask for the money. Only what? People crying, tears in the eyes can ask for the money. Let me give you an example. Somebody asked for some money for school fees for the children, a friend of mine. So I told her I have to wait till Monday. Actually, I can't get it to Tuesday because where the money is, it's not quickly that I'll get it. I have to go through some process to get the money. So if I don't need to give her before it was Saturday, before Monday, my eye would have been clear that this one is on sanctified mercy. Are you with me? So that's one. Then somebody person called me, so I need to offload that one. In other words, I gave some money out. Are you following me? Are you following me carefully? They had to do something, so I also had to pay for that. So eventually, I've spent so much, like about 250,000. The other person called me that really have a major need, a good friend, and he also needs to. So when he called me, the answer is no. Do I have what he's asking for? I have it, and I don't have it. Do you get my point? And I'm not wicked. God is not demanding that money should be given to him. Are you getting my point? The answer is what? And it's not wickedness. Are you following me? It's not what? Wickedness. It's not, so you have to understand that, because at times of us, you have been taught about giving, and then you give in foolishness, not God. In what? You have to be very careful about that. You are not giving to please anybody, it's to please God. So that lifestyle continues. Now the other storehouse is for the purpose of investment. For what? For what? That means that, for example, now let's say now there's just a mail sent to you that there's an opportunity. If you put in 250 in about 9 months, you will get like 20% back in 9 months. However, there's a deadline. You must send your money in the next 15 hours. And that's what? If you have no reserve for purpose of investment, what happens? You will want to go and borrow, and you will not be able to borrow that money in 15 hours. So what happens? Opportunity passes you. So there must be something reserved that is not part of the storehouse for the 1 year or the 6 months, so that when the opportunity that shows up, you can. Now you can determine what your storehouse should be for the opportunities. Are you following me? Now there's a scripture. Go and read it. Deuteronomy 28 verse 8. There's another one in Proverbs. But that one was 28 verse 8. Is that God said, "I will command blessing on your storehouses." Do you get my point? So a storehouse principle shows that you have faith that God will bless my storehouse. So if I put money aside for investment, I'm saying I have faith for opportunity to come my way. You don't get my point? I have faith for what? So it's not about, because some people think like, oh, it's fear. It's not fear. You don't have understanding. Listen to me. every man of God that I've followed, that are doing very well, they have storehouses. In this meeting, I'll give you their names. Pastor Bakari has storehouses. For the person that told us, I've been Pastor Bakari directly for some training before on finances. But this one, somebody told us, Pastor said, if I don't have storehouse and I'm broke, nobody in Nigeria will help me. my mouth is too big. Is it a lie? It's not a lie. Pastor Neche believes in storehouse with passion. With what? Passion. Baba Idepo believes in storehouse. So if you are hearing them say, give, I'm a giver. My dear, they also do storehouse parties. Is it? Okay, we can read the Bible, we are Christians here. Tell me 20 verse 8. Read what is there, please. Let somebody read for us. 20 verse 8. Let's read it. And the storehouse principle is not for you to buy clothes. What's the storehouse? One is to see that if by anything happens in the economic system, in your economic system, you can recover within 1 year. Are you getting my point? The other is to see that opportunities come your way. Are you following my point? So you must understand that. Who can read it for us? Who is there? Psalm 28 verse 8. Please, sir, come and take a mic. I don't want to read myself. I want somebody to read it. And we should follow him as he's reading it. Verse 8.
The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and all in that thou settest thy hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Now, if there's a blessing for your storehouse and you don't have, will you be blessed? Talk to me now, will you be blessed? It also means that because you have a storehouse, some opportunities will not work your way. Let me give you an example. Somebody said that they came to meet him because his bankers saw that he had some money. They told him an opportunity that he was not aware of, that he can put the money into and to multiply. Are you getting the point? They came to meet him. He was not aware of the opportunity, but was called into, like, manager said, Mr. So-and-so, look at this thing now. Go and look at it. And they look at it and it was good. And they put money into it and they parrot. So there's some opportunity that will not come your way. So God knows that you have a storehouse waiting for a commanded blessing. Are you with me? So what will God do? He will bring opportunity your way for that. So I'm saying that there must be a storehouse for the purpose of what? Multiplication. Do we get that? Do we get that? I hope you really get it. Oh. Say this storehouse is not for Christmas shoe. Say it's not for Ashebi. It's not for borrowing. It's not for unsanctified mercy. It's not for hospital bills. It's not for emergency bills. The only reason why storehouse can be touched otherwise is when God commands it. So what about, say, okay, what about giving? Listen to me. The principle is this: I give out of the profit that comes from the investment in my storehouse. Do we get that? I do what? You know what happens? You'll be a higher giver than others. Hello? Who can give better? The person with 100 million or the person with 100,000? I'm asking now. Now, the person with 100,000, relax. The person with 100,000, that's an opportunity. Hello? His own store is 100,000. The other person is 100 million. That's an opportunity of an investment that will give 20%. Say 20%. And each slot is 25,000. How many slots can the person at maximum with 100,000 buy? The person with 100 million, don't cry. Mathematician, how many can he buy? Do you get my point? The person with 100 million can start to buy like 20 slots. At the end of the day, what happens? When the dividend comes, who is richer? Do you get my point? So the saying goes, broke cannot get broke. What do I say? According to Matthew Ashimolowo. Now that you cannot understand that. See that statement, you can be angry with it, But if you have practiced what I've practiced, you understand him. Because by God's grace, I help when I can. If somebody really helps people, I want to really help more. Broke, can I help broke? If I have 100 million, you can help more. There are investment that you can do, just putting 50 million there. Let's say it's 10% that you're going to get. You won't lose out your 50 million, no. What's 10% of 50 million? If I go to government school and I want to pay for 10 people WAEC, will I pay? Can I pay for 20 people? Talk to me, can I pay for 20 people? For the profit, are you with me? So you can, if you really want to help, you must have a mindset to really build financial riches. Do you get my point? Do you get my point? Now this is basic. Oh, this is basic. Now, lastly, I'm rounding up. Say lastly. That's number 5, and I'll stop there. The other 3. Okay, I'll mention the 2 here and leave the other one. Say lifestyle of investment. Now, there are many types of investment, but let me talk about 2 types. Say personal investment and group investment. The 2 should be going pari passu. If you can find a place that can have group investment, it's good. You know why? In the group, you have advantage of multiply resources in a short time. Let's say 20 people are in a group and they want to invest, and they all decide to put down 100,000. 100,000 will be how much in a month? 20 people. Talk to me now. Now, let's say you alone, you also want to invest. I put out 100,000. What's the 100,000? Take away 100,000 from 2 million. How much is remaining? 1.9. So if those group that 2 million as a group, that opportunity of 20%, that is 25,000 naira for a slot. How much can you alone buy? You alone, with 100,000, how much can you buy? You buy 4. That group, how much can they buy? How much can they buy? If me help me, Jare. How much can they buy? Eh? 80. You are buying 4. They are buying 80. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? So when there's group, there's a multiplied empowerment. Are we together? You know, people practice individual. Individual will take you a long time. So, Pastor Bakari taught us, success is not a solo project. Because you can hear that statement and you don't really understand it. It's not what? You can hear that statement and never understand it. So, most of that you see outside who are really that rich, they are not just operating as individual. At times, they are group. But most times, you don't see the group. You can see something like Dangote group of companies. Who you are saying will be Dangote. Other people with him that also eat part of money, you will not see them. Are we together? Imagine that a day comes, Kabzeel owns refinery in Nigeria. I cannot be in the office of Kabzeel. Are we together? Let's say to lose our face. People will be saying Kabzeel refinery is owned by Kabod Ajayi. Are we together? But in that place, I'm behind the scene, outside of the group. When Kabzeel makes a 300 billion profit in 6 months, are you with me? How many billion? 300 billion. As a person that is involved in Kabzeel, do I have a share? Yeah. But will you see me? No. So there are a lot of quiet people that we don't know. There is more to a Dangote than an individual. At times, a Dangote is a group of people. Yeah. But what do you see? You are not really with me. Are you really with me? I repeat this. There is more than a Makadenuga. In fact, at times, a Makadenuga can be a pawn in Dangote's hand. The group behind Dangote, they can sponsor a Makadenuga. Are you with me? But you are not aware. Show you, Washa. Say the group is more powerful than the individual. Say, however, group investment must not stop personal investment. So our journey is faster with the group. Is what? I pray you have understanding in Jesus' name. I've said so much in a few minutes. These are the basics. These are the basics. Now the other one is this: you need personal financial education. Personal what? There are times that you have 3 million in your account, but you don't have money because the inflation rate. When you look at it, you don't have money. Your money is losing value every day, and you don't know. Are you with me? So some of us need to go and do some personal work or a little financial education. Are you with me? Are you with me? I pray God open our eyes in Jesus' name. So there's more to this thing called wealth than we think. You will see those rich people, they will tell you, bring the file, let me see the statement for about 2-3 years. They are looking for something. And then they see that thing, and they tell you that, I'm not interested in this deal. And you are like, it's a good deal. Their financial education tells them that is a poor deal. Are you with me? Now this is different from spiritual dimension. At times there's a poor deal, but God says put money there, and something changes. But normally, without God or those kind of stuff, when it's poor, you say no. So you only go into such kind of deal when you know the voice of God is higher than the voice of reasoning. Are we together? But reasoning is not insane. For God give us a brain to reason, to be analytical. So by not using your brain is not good. Amen. Do we get this point? So that education, let's go and nobody can teach you. Go and learn it by yourself. Go and do what? Some of us cannot even do a normal accounting for our personal business. We are not getting started. Some of our business here, you have no book for personal accounting. You have no personal book to check stuffs. I mean, it's not really good. So I pray we'll see it. I pray we'll see it. Say, I will see it.
I will see it.
Last one for another day. So about delayed gratification with a right mindset. What's the purpose? Productivity, not consuming. The mindset of the rich man is about productivity, not consuming. Are you following me carefully? What happens is this. If you understand what I'm talking about, you come to a place of overflow. A place of what? You can always give out of your overflow. In a way that your overflow also goes back to your savings and investment again, and then reproduce overflow. So there's a cycle of what? Overflow. But it's a journey. It is what? That is built in the earth over time. God can fast track you by bringing some opportunity your way, and money comes your way. But if you don't have this lifestyle I've talked about, there'll be issues. Are we together at all? So if what I need to do presently to start with delayed gratification, do it. To follow that from this coming month, you practice 70-30 on every income. You do what? You practice it this year, next year, every month. You practice it in the next 10 years. You must, in fact, your children must have to practice it. Are you following me? In fact, at the point you can change it. It can be 50. You can be 50-50. 50-50. I'm serious. 50. So you have to watch that. So let's work on that. And then the other one is this. I'm just recapping. The lifestyle of what? Storehouse. What do I call it? Meaning that we are trusting God that because you cannot do that immediately. That in the next 3 years, maximum, you have a storehouse. You have what? If you have a storehouse, that's where the blessing starts. And there are 2 types here. The one for what? For crisis. No matter what about when in the earth, because of you sow and there's famine. That famine can be a sacking of a job. It can be at this point you're not having customers. Are you with me? That before you start having customers, before you pray and know what is happening and break through, at least within 1 year, God helps you. Don't forget, because you're practicing that lifestyle, even after 1 year, you're still sustained. Because if you are saving 10,000 every month from the 50,000, at the end of 12 months, how much do you have? You have 120. So you can still survive extra 2 months. I get my point. So actually, you are surviving 14 months. But don't forget, where your money is, you don't have 600 there. It will have multiplied. So at the end of the day, that is there as your storehouse can make sure that you can survive in 3 years at that 50,000 income. Are you getting my point? Do you really get this? See, I understand. Say my soul is opened up. Now, these are real things, though. If you understand it, everything changes. If you don't, you'll be living from paycheck to paycheck, from monthly salary to monthly salary, from hand to mouth. and nothing will change. If they give you 100 million, you will still be broke. It's a question of time. And then I mentioned to us investment. What do I call it? How many times I mentioned? There are more than 2 times. I said personal and group. Say the group is more powerful than the individual. Say the group is more powerful than the individual. So I pray you understand the power of group coming together. Now, personal financial education. And at this point, I paused. The other one, in the place where spiritual things are taught, it will be taught. But for your inclusiveness, let me just mention it. I won't explain it. Say understanding the role of marketplace apostles, marketplace prophets, marketplace apostolic prophets, and marketplace prophetic apostles. Say the 4 of them, they are not the same. Say their role for the believer is crucial in wealth. With these few words of mine, I pause. I pray that you understand it. So everything I've said now, if it remains knowledge, you have gotten nothing. Must become a lifestyle. So say after me, delayed gratification from today becomes my lifestyle. I have the right mindset. I have the right mindset. That money gotten from delayed gratification is from productivity, not consumer mindset, not for consumption. It's not for buying food. It's not for buying clothes. It's for the purpose of savings that will go into investment. It's for the purpose of a storehouse that God's blessing will come upon. Now listen, if you have a storehouse for the purpose of investment and there's opportunity, I can resign as a pastor. Say there's a commanded blessing. Say there's a commanded blessing that comes to storehouses. Not empty. If you have an empty store, nothing will come. Say this commanded blessing, they come as investment opportunities. They come as ideas, as strategies. A storehouse attracts opportunity. Say it's a law in the spirit. Do you get that point? So most of us don't even know about something because why? There's no storehouse. Once having a storehouse, God will cause to meet people and you will see opportunities. Do you get my point? So you must understand that. And that's where you break. Sir, what about giving to church work and blessing my pastor? Listen to me, I'm your pastor. But we are not in church. God will give you a blessing that you can give on your profits, not your capital. Your storehouse is a capital. The other one is for crisis management. So if your decision is that I want to have a storehouse of 50 million, my dear, you are not able to give us that 50 million except God asks for it. And your own mindset is that your storehouse should be 5,000 naira. It's fine. It's 3,000 naira. It's also what? Fine. It's 5 million. It's what? Fine. So can have a goal for a storehouse on those 2 levels. Now meet that goal. Later God can now change it. You can also change it later. Let's say for example now, my goal is that my store is 2.5 million. Meaning that I have money set aside, not the one for managing energy crisis. That this 2.5 million, if anything that happens, I mean, if opportunity comes, I'll put it there. I get my point, and then roll it over. I cannot decide later that I want my storehouse to be 10 million. Do you get my point? Now, the other one, I'm talking about the one for investment, not for crisis management now. Are you following me? One for crisis management, just put it there. It's growing. In 10 years, not the same money. Maybe my English is not. If you get it, you will shout that I can see. I'm telling you, if you practice this, you can never be poor. You cannot be a thousandaire. Hello? It's not competition, but you cannot be less than a millionaire. Hello? Do you get it? Either in pounds sterling, either in dollars, in yen, in what again? In whatever currency, it's the same principle. And now I want to pause. Now, say this one is the basic. Now, anybody here who cannot practice what I've said today cannot do the other one. And I'm not showing the other ones. Number 8 is a different ball game. It's on the place of the ministry, how it affects some of these things for us marketplace. But listen to me. These things I've shared that are like 6, 7 principles. If you cannot practice them, you can never enter real wealth. Hello? All wealthy people, they practice this. In fact, some of them, apart from their personal storehouse, their companies, if they have company or a business, the business has a storehouse. Meaning that, let's say, for example now, Dames are now, okay, what is it now? Dames are more. Dames are more should have a storehouse. A storehouse. What do I call it? Dames are more should not just be living from profit to profit. There should be what? A storehouse. So Dames are more needs to determine what will be the store for Dames are more. That one is just there. You are not buying. You are not even buying. There should be that storehouse for the crisis management. Are you together? That in 1 year, if what is not good way you should go, it should be that storehouse. Not for personal finance now, for this amount itself, for the business. And then the one that can be for investors should be there. So apart from investing on your level as an individual, you can invest for your business. Does it make sense? Say this is basic. Say this is basic. If you understand it from today, if you can save 1 naira, you save it. If you don't understand it, you continue to live the way you are living before. If it means that you don't eat meat in the house, what is meat? Means that you can eat and you'll be tired. You can be, see, when you break forth, just that it can kill. You can be doing as soon every day, morning as soon, afternoon as soon, night as soon, but to just kill you. Glory to Jesus. So you don't die. Do you get my point? When you break forth, hallelujah. Outside of this is 419. Everybody that breaks out of this principle, either as unbeliever or believer, it is what? It is what? True wealth has time factor to it. Here I pause. Let me say this. My prayer is that the little shared with us, we'll go and practice it. See, do it for 2 years. You come and shake my hand. You come and give me offering after 2 years. I rest with this favors of mine.